The EU has been warned it's playing a dangerous game with its relations with US President Joe Biden, following its threat to block vaccine exports. Tory MP for Cleveland West David Jones warned relations may now be damaged with the US. Indeed, with some EU states looking to Russia and China for their vaccines, Mr. Jones warned the US president will be looking carefully at the EU's actions. Mr. Jones said, "I would think that Biden will have been very concerned to see what's happened because of course, it's AstraZeneca today, it's Pfizer tomorrow. Of course, the other point is not just China, but the way that they've cozied up to Russia over the Sputnik V vaccine, and the way that Germany continues to have this Nord Stream 2 relationship with Russia. So I think the Americans will be looking very carefully at that. And I think that once Biden, sort of, in fact, as he has already, but leaves the post-election period, he is going to be looking at what's happening in Northern Ireland. It's a very dangerous game that they're playing. They're upsetting the US. They certainly upset the UK following the violence seen in Belfast this week. Mr. Biden called on both sides to pursue a strategy of calm in order to maintain the peace process in Northern Ireland. Although Mr. Biden has stated his pro-EU stance regularly throughout Brexit, US officials have also expressed their concern over the role of China and Russia in Europe. Indeed, US officials had hoped to hold a meeting with their EU counterparts ahead of the conclusion of the investment deal with China, which was agreed last December. Although the deal has not been ratified, Washington has continued its hardline stance with China, which had seen relations worsen under the Donald Trump administration. During a meeting with Chinese officials, US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken referenced Washington's deep concern over the actions of the state in Taiwan, Hong Kong and Xinjiang. The US government has also threatened sanctions over Germany's Nord Stream 2 project with Russia. Washington officials fear the project, which is almost completed, may increase Russia's geopolitical foothold in the EU and therefore NATO. With the pipeline running from Russia directly to Germany, bypassing Ukraine, there is also concern EU states may become reliant on Moscow for energy. Previously, Mr. Blinken had warned his German counterpart, Heiko Maas, that sanctions against the project were a real possibility. He said, "I made clear that firms engaged in pipeline construction risk US sanctions. The pipeline divides Europe. It exposes Ukraine and Central Europe to Russian manipulation and coercion. It goes against Europe's own stated energy goals." What I said to Maas was that we will continue to monitor activity to complete or certify the pipeline, and if that activity takes place, we will make a determination on the applicability of sanctions in order to try and stall the completion of the project. Mr. Biden is set to appoint a special envoy to lead negotiations, according to Politico. Amos Hochstein, who served as the special envoy and coordinator for international energy affairs under President Barack Obama, has been offered the role. If he is approved, it is hoped he may well be able to impede Moscow's energy leverage. However, the US administration also fears this may well damage relations with Angela Merkel and the German government. A source said, "We're between a rock and a hard place.